While I was out riding my skateboard in a new part of town that is being nicely developed here, I did not intend to record anything, and this was just a casual ride for me. But I noticed this bridge that I'm going over and this whole new area around me, so I decided I would start filming some little bits. And that's when I stumbled across these.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Whoa, when did they start doing this?
I got too long ago, but these, they're Renault, it's from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
But they're imported by OMC in Christchurch, there's a dealership in Auckland. That's electric.
Now, I wasn't specifically out to film anything, so I only had my phone on me, and I felt a little bit rude holding up my phone to record this person when I hadn't actually asked. Now, we are in a public place, so I focused the phone on the lawnmower and listened very carefully.
That's got a Kawasaki motion.
That's going to be good in it.
Oh, what? That's it. Yeah.
The audio in these clips isn't very good, so I'll take over with a short explanation and summary of what we were talking about.
With its own winch.
The first one I saw was the Raymo R42 Flex Deck, a four-wheel drive battery-powered mower that's quickly gaining its popularity here in New Zealand. It's quiet, easy to operate, and most importantly, safe, completely removing the need for an onboard operator by making it fully remote controlled. This little robot is tough, designed to handle parks, playgrounds, fields, in town or out of town, and even slopes like the ones we see here. Being electric, it produces zero emissions, helping businesses tick off their little eco-friendly box, as well as having very low maintenance needs and costs. It's got a 50-volt lithium-ion battery with 120 amp-hours of capacity, which can be swapped out with a spare on the job, giving it almost no downtime with up to 5 hours of mowing per charge, for just 2 hours of fast charging. For the longer and more remote jobs, there's a unique hybrid power pack that slots in place of the battery, giving over 2 hours of electric runtime and basically unlimited operation using a petrol engine. This hybrid battery solution allows it to run for much longer than just one of the batteries. But batteries aren't an issue for this next mower. The Spider ILD02, which is a pretty different machine. Where the Raymo is all about quiet, clean electric mowing, the Spider is basically built for the rough stuff. It runs an 18 horsepower Kawasaki V-twin engine, and it just powers through thick, long grass, weeds, and even small shrubs without slowing down. Thanks to its aluminium body, it weighs in at about 245 kilograms. It's designed for really steep ground. It can handle slopes up to 40 degrees on its own and up to 55 degrees when using the built-in winch system. That's the sort of incline where most ride-ons or tractors can't even stay upright. Just like the Raymo, it's fully remote controlled, using the same style of controller. And according to these operators, it is surprisingly quick and easy to get a hang of. And with a range of about 300 feet or 90 meters, they can stay well away from any hazards while still having full control. With its aggressive tires and its 850mm cutting width, it's made for things like embankments, roadsides, hillsides, drainage banks, and basically anywhere that would normally take a whole team of people with bush cutters to clear out. So I've just gone out on an afternoon ride on my electric skateboard that I haven't ridden in a really long time. I didn't plan on filming anything, but I found a new path that has sort of recently opened up that I've never seen before, and well, it's been quite a journey going down it. Well time. Starting off with this more locally shipped item, I have got a King Spec 1TB SSD. I initially did have a very specific plan for this, but now I don't. Up next is AliExpress. I already know exactly what's going on here. Is a new sunglasses, which are exactly the same as the ones I'm currently wearing. I'd lost these ones for a few days, freaked out, and purchased some new ones. And to finish that off, I also got a new mouse pad since I got the new mouse and keyboard. Now that we're back home, it's time to set up another security camera. For this, I'm going to attach it to my fence, looking back at the house and down the driveway. This isn't a very conventional setup, but that's why it's better than a conventional setup. Picking out a cable, I need to be reasonably specific about it. As in, I'm probably not going to use this cable because it was pretty cheap. Whereas this cable, it's reasonably good quality. I've got another roll in here of about 100 meters, but the cable's reliability is a little too low for me to want to put it into something that's going to be sort of temporary permanent. Let's go walk out the length of the cable and the length of where it needs to be. To make sure the cable is long enough, I'm stepping it out so we can get a good estimate of the total length we need. There is a slight risk of someone coming up and tampering with the camera or even stealing it, but usually at that point there's something more important going on. I've started off by using a short section of PVC pipe to protect the cable where it comes down the fence and enters the ground. With the trench dug, I can start laying the cable into the ground. As I work it in, I'm trying to mould the soil back around it, making sure the trench is neatly filled and the ground restored as best I can. Now to get ready to venture under the house. This is never much fun. I can see the cable already, so that's good. I think that's it. Yep, the place where all the cables are going. It's kind of wet under here. Laying on the ground, I start to push the cable up the hole and into the network closet, being sure to push through more than enough. That's probably enough. I'm starting to run out of cable space in that hole. I don't know if I need to do another hole or if I need to actually put a switch down here with an SFP plus connection to the main switch in order to accommodate connections coming in under the house. That's the cable run. With the cable now run, I can crawl out and connect it to the network, allowing me to configure it to work with the rest of the system. Whew. It's never fun having to go under there, but the result I'm quite glad about that camera being there. It's going to get a great view up the whole driveway. Mail time. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, package in a package right off the start. Starting with the smallest package in here, we get, oh, some stickers. I'll explain more on that in a second. Is, in fact, some more stickers. Our next biggest package, oh, glue sticks for the new hot glue gun, since it takes a larger size. A little ADHD inspired pin to, I don't know, I seem to be collecting these pins lately. This package is probably the bulk of things. It consists of a packet of 10 black NFC cards, a small NFC reader kit, which also comes with some cards, another pack of 10 black NFC cards, and a whole lot more stickers. Now, what could I be trying to do with an NFC card reader, some NFC cards, and a whole lot of stickers? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out in a later video, but I think if you put the dots together, you can at least partially figure out what I'm doing. While trying to get the camera set up and added into the network, I found I was having some trouble. For some reason, I'm not able to add the camera to Frygate, nor can I view it in VLC Player, but if I've got it running through an actual NVR, it's working there. This is very odd, as I've got a few of these cameras up, and this is the only one that's acting weird like this. I spent a bit of time on it before moving on with my day, leaving its entry in Frygate. I thought it would just connect and work just fine, like the rest of my cameras. I guess since that's the only one, the last one that I have that looks like that, I might have to order 2 new cameras, since there will be a pair of them going up. It's been a couple days that this has been installed, and the main problem I've had with this isn't the setup or the server or the network. It's actually the camera itself. For some reason, it's got slightly different firmware than any of the other cameras of the same model. And what that has done has made it that it can only output 1 full resolution stream at a time for some... I don't understand why. It should be able to do 8 to 16 streams. But it's only able to output 1 stream at current point. So my main NVR that records 24/7 is capturing the main stream from this at its full resolution and full frame rate, but then my Frygate NVR, which is able to scrub through the footage at will, it's only getting the SD stream from it, which I guess isn't that bad, considering I don't expect people to be coming this far to the back of the property without being captured by another camera and or meant to be here. While I've got this camera in this corner of the property, I do have thoughts of putting another camera on the other corner of the property. Now, that has a much longer length that I'm going to have to bury the cable underground, meaning I'm also going to need a much longer cable, where the cable for this camera was 25 meters and made it quite comfortably with a couple of meters to spare. This one is probably going to need an extra 10 meters on that length. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed this before. I don't even know if this is a feature or just a quirk of the software, but if you have been looking at a camera on your web browser, on your phone, or on your computer, and you've clicked away from it in a way that will pause that stream, it'll just start playing all of that back really quickly. which is a super useful feature, especially for the baby camera, because then I can click away and click back and I get basically a sped up version of what's just been happening, and I can see if she's rolling around or something. I've only gotten it to work on my computer by accident, and I'm not really able to replicate it, which is why I think it might just be a... well, I wouldn't call it a bug.